One video that I've had a ton of comments on and questions about is the one where I made this DIY kayak light that is powered by a USB power source, so you could use a power brick or whatever. And what I want to go over with you guys is some of the most common questions and solutions to those questions so you guys can make this light. So if you haven't seen that video, watch this video all the way through. That way you don't make any of these mistakes. So I will link that video at the end of this in the end screen, so go check that out, but you're going to want to stay tuned. So first, one of the most common problems comes up with powering this light. So like I said before, it's powered from a USB power source. But one thing with a lot of these USB power bricks is the fact that whenever you plug it in, it automatically turns on. And so once it automatically turns on, if it doesn't sense that it's powering something, the switch won't work. If I were to do this again, what I would probably do is totally get rid of this switch. And the reason being is that I really don't use it that much. As you can see, it's really bright and it's got plenty of light for night fishing to keep you visible on the water. And 9 times out of 10, I'm either one, going out in the evening where I'm going to turn this on as I fish through the evening and it gets dark out, or 2, I'm going out really early in the morning where it's still dark outside and I'm going to need this light when I launch until the sun comes up. Which at that point, it's kind of nice to have this switch on here, because then as the day goes on, I can just reach back and turn that switch off and the light turns off. But you could just as simply unplug the power brick from it and it's going to turn off. So really, in hindsight, the switch really isn't that useful. It's not something that I would say that I would probably put in a future model. I'd probably just wire it straight up, plug in or unplug the power brick as I need to turn the light on or off. And if you didn't already know, most of these USB devices are a default 5 volts, and what you need that's a pivotal part of this is the converter, and it's actually inside this pole. And if you go back and check out that video, you're going to see exactly what I'm talking about. But what it does, it steps up that voltage to 12 volts so that it can power the LED bulb at the end of this. Now, I have one subscriber who reached out to me and we were kind of talking through some of the issues that he had with it, and really all I could break it down to is probably that his converter was bad and it wasn't producing that 12 volts that the light needed at the very end. And the easy way to really test that is if you have a multimeter to be able to test that connection. So overall, this light works really well for me, and I'm sure it'll work well for you. It just takes a little bit of basic wiring skills, and 9 times out of 10, most people I've talked to have 0 problems building this. But you do have to kind of pay attention to what you're doing and make sure that you wire it right. Because something about these LED bulbs is, if you don't know what LED stands for, it's a light emitting diode, and the flow only goes one way for these. So you have to make sure that you have the polarity right, so that you have the positive going to the positive and the negative going to the negative. If you do that backwards, the LED will not work. It will not light up even if it's getting power. So you have to make sure that polarity is correct. Please like and comment on this video. It really helps me out. Hopefully this video helps you all not make some of the same mistakes that some people are making when they come to make this light. 9 times out of 10, most people have had 0 problems making this light, and it functions perfectly. But as always with anything technical or electrical, sometimes you have issues, and I always love helping you guys out. But hopefully this video will help some of you guys get rid of some of those common mistakes. That way that your light works right out of the box. And I am going to link down below all the parts for this light, and if you use those links, it really helps out my channel. I earn a small commission from Amazon when you purchase using those links, so I really appreciate it. And all that goes towards buying equipment for the channel, like camera gear, doing giveaways, and replacing stuff I broke, like this $400 lens. Sad panda. So guys, thanks for tuning in. Please go check out the original video. I'm going to link right here. And I appreciate you guys watching. As always, guys, don't forget, get outside, do something awesome. Take somebody with you if you get a chance. And I will see you guys in the next video.